Good morning to all of you, all the students. I welcome you to my YouTube channel. So I hope if you are watching this video, so before this, you have already watched my 3 videos regarding the psychology and the life. Psychology and the life is in the Bangalore University syllabus, and it is having 4 modules. I have already uploaded 3 modules containing the module 1, 2, 3, and this is the last module which I am uploading now. So before going through this, I will definitely inform you, request you to please go through the previous module so that you can understand it. So just a recapitulation, and I just will be telling you that psychology, how it plays a role in our life, it is entirely your syllabus. So in introduction, we discussed what is psychology, what are the contributions of psychology, how the psychology plays a role, how will be immensely benefited apart from the history of the psychology that we studied the module 1. So if you like my videos, so please subscribe the channel and please like and share with your students, whoever is interested to learn this subject. This subject can be learned through this, and I am going systematically one by one as per your university syllabus. So as I am going to conclude my syllabus with this video, so I will be definitely telling you that before watching this video, you must be knowing that there are different segments of the psychology which are contained in this syllabus. For example, psychology applicable in the education, psychology applicable in the societal life, psychology applicable in the organizational life. So we already discussed in the module 2 how psychology is being utilized in our educational life, how psychology is helping us to sharpen our educational, our intellectual, that we already discussed in the module 2. And also in module 3, we discussed how psychology plays a vital role in our social life. Because society, when we are working in a group, when the group is in progress, when we are interacting, when we are negotiating with the group, then psychology plays a big role in that. So that we discussed in the module 3. Now psychology, how it plays a role in the corporate life. So when we are talking about corporate life, so a lot of things are coming into our life as far as the psychology is concerned. For example, in an example, in an introductions regarding the organizational life and the utilization of psychology in this, I will be definitely telling you that, for example, you are going for a training program. You are going for a training program. If you are thinking that your training program is going to help you, then you will be definitely witnessing a lot of energy comes in, lot of energy flows in. You will find interest in that, you will learn it at best. But if you simultaneously feel that this training program is a stereotype training program, there is no benefit attached to this, company is sending for me just for the formality sake, then you will definitely witness that there is been no use of it. So it all depends upon our attitude, which is also an attribute for our psychology. So similarly, psychology plays a role everywhere in our corporate life, in our institutional life, in our organizational life. Without psychology, absolutely nothing. If you successfully remember, in my first module, I will be telling you that we are leading 2 types of lives. One is the quantitative life, another is a qualitative life. Quantitative life, what exactly the technical knowledge that we are going to use in the company to earn the bread for our life. For example, you are a software developer, you are developing, you are coding, you are using the algorithm, then that is your quantitative life. The people will be asking you how much coding you have done today, how much syntax error you have committed today. So that things are usually quantitative, and we can express in the measures in the quantitative terms. So if we are a management student, suppose you are an HR student as such, and your quantitative life will be how many recruitments you have done, how many cost reductions you have done, how many training programs you have conducted. So these are all can be quantitatively expressed. So we call this is our quantitative life. So I told you already that there is another part of life which is a qualitative life, which is adding value to this quantitative life. I mean, how you are behaving with your colleague, how you are negotiating across the table, how you are mesmerizing to your colleague or subordinates, how you are controlling your colleagues, how you are maintaining interpersonal relationship. These are all qualitative. These are entirely qualitative. This cannot be quantitatively expressed. These are to be felt. These are to be understood. These are to be felt. These are to be realizing that somebody is behaving good to me. But you cannot express that how much percentage he is behaving good to me. You cannot say that he is behaving 50% good, 50% bad. This is absolutely rubbish. This is absolutely futile. This is absolutely very difficult to express how much you love me. Your love, your willingness, your likingness cannot be quantifiably measured, cannot be quantitatively expressed. So that's why we call these are qualitative aspects. And in these qualitative aspects of life, psychology plays a major role. So psychology plays a major role as far as your organization life is concerned, and we are going to enter into that. Okay. So with this, I am going to enter your syllabus. We already discussed about this syllabus, that introductions, and this is education, this is social, and this is education, and this is organizational life. So we are entering this. This is the first thing in your syllabus that contains that how to face the interview. Dear students, if you are going to appear the placement, if you are going to appear the placement interview, you are going to be appearing in your campus interview in specific, or in a pooled campus in outside world in general, then definitely you have to have something in your mind. So here, so we are discussing first how to face the interview. There is a doc file. So, I'll be through this, I'll be expressing the major nuts and bolts, major things which you are going to, keep it in mind. If you can, read this quickly, because I'm not going to invest much time on this, because there are a lot of things that there to discuss today. So if you read quickly, then people feel stressed as they hear the interview. Everybody is feeling stressed, even if they understand interview is just interchange of viewpoints. I mean, what I know, I will be interchanging with the person who is interviewing me. What he knows, what he is going to offer, I will be knowing that. What I am going to offer, he will be knowing that. So we are just interchanging. Nobody is killing here, nobody is harassing here, and nobody is putting you in trouble. But still, when we are talking about interview, a lot of stress, a lot of negativity is flowing in. Why? If in a simple word, if you trust me, if you understand me, then it is about our own expectations. I already reiterate in the classes that it is the expectation versus your achievement. I mean, if your expectation is high and you feel that you cannot achieve in the interview, there a gap is emerging. If you are talking about your expectation is at this level and your achievement is a lower one, then this portion is your gap. And if the moment you limit your gap, the moment you bridge your gap, then you are the winner. That means if you are not expecting anything from the interview, you go on achieving your, go on highlighting your points, then definitely you'll be a winner. But that is simply not possible for everybody. It is not cup of tea of everybody. So expectations are coming very naturally to us. We expect, if we see a friend, we expect a friend will be friendly to me. If we go to a teacher, we are expecting a teacher will be well behaving to me. If you are going to a movie, then we are expecting that movie must be very good for me because I spent money. So everywhere I am expecting. So if I am getting my achievement, if I am friendly with a friend and the friend is reciprocated in the equal manner to me, then I'm okay. So there is no stress. If I'm seeing a movie and I feel that movie is good, so 100, 200 rupees, if I'm spending in INOX, then I feel it's not a wastage of time, it's not a wastage of money, because what happens that I got value for money. Then there is no gap. So no problem. So no stress. So that's why in interview, we should keep it in mind that we just go on achieving our, we are just going to perform there so that our achievement and our expectation There will be a very, very minimum gap in between that. So we have to keep that in the mind. With keeping that in mind, some tips are for you. That is, you have to go prepared. Before attending the interview, you must be knowing the company very well, because in the similar fashion, suppose you are going to your guest house, then you are inquiring how many kids are there, so that you can bring equal number of chocolates for them. You are asking whether any senior citizens are there, so that you can bring some fruits for them. So that's why in the similar fashion, you are going to research the company. You are going to know the company, what are the products of the company, what are the banners of the company, what is the brand value, what are the locations, how many people are working in that company, and what are the future plan of the company, what are the share market value if it is a listed company, and what are the future plans. If you simply can understand the balance sheet of the company in the last 3 years, you can easily analyze by using your ratio analysis, whatever you have studied in your finance paper, then you can be well to do, you can face the company very well. So it's the number one point should come to your mind, that I must be knowing the company for where I am going to appear the interview. Students, please know this is much more simpler nowadays, because everything is available in internet. Even if you search the company, you will be getting the company website. Through website, you have all informations. Even if you can go further, the analysts, people are uploading the analysis about the company, then also you can get it. You can go to stock market value, the company trending, or the going up and down of the share market value, that also you can understand it. So everything is available in internet. Just you have some patience and you research the company. So that is all. Then your CV is your mirror, your reflections. You must be understanding. You should not be, appearing astonished, if the interviewer is asking certain portions of the CV and you yourself are not aware about it. You must be reading it line by line. You must be thoroughly understanding what you have exactly written down. If you have written down a tableau, I have mentioned it, please do not write down, is the basic knowledge. Even if somebody is an expert in Tableau, still Tableau, he is having basic knowledge only. We are SPSS, we are learning SPSS, we are using SPSS for our classes. We are training program SPSS, but it's so vast, so ocean types. Even if we learn more and more domains are coming in SPSS. I cannot say that I'm an expert of SPSS. So similarly, if I'm having working knowledge of SPSS, that's enough for a purpose. There is no need to write down, I know very, very minimum knowledge. Everybody is having minimum knowledge only. Even if we are teaching management, we cannot say that we are an encyclopedia, we are a dictionary. You can beat us by a typical questions which is coming latest to the market. A teacher teaching in the class, not necessarily he knows everything in the world. He is learning through the friends, through the students, through the publishers, through the dictionaries, through the encyclopedia, through the glossary of items, through anything. Even in the movie also we learn. So that's why you must be well acquainted with your CV. Then certain common questions I have already discussed in the classes, that some questions are there which we already trained you, and you must be knowing that why should I hire you type questions may come, and you must be highlighting your advantages. Okay, and how you can going to contribute the company, that's quite important. If you all highlight that I will only learn the company, then the company will kick you. Company will say you that this is not the ground, this is not the field where we are paying money to, so that you can learn. Better you learn from your institute, better you learn from your teachers, and when you are ready to contribute, please join the company. That is the ultimate thing what we are looking about, what the interviewers are looking about. So you must be thinking dual things in your mind. One is your learning point, another is your contributing point. If you successfully match to the expectations of the interview that, sir, I'm going to contribute this much. Suppose in a faculty interview is there and people are asking us what papers you can take. There we are saying that, sir, I can take XYZ paper, I can write something for your company, your institute, I can handle administration, I can handle university licensing because I'm having expertise in that. So we are highlighting our strong areas in that. Similar fashion, the students are also expected to contribute. And the next question is that people are prepared to ask certain questions, because once the interview is over, the interviewer are giving you chance to ask you some questions. If you would like to ask any questions, then you can. Then what happens that you are willing to ask, but please do not ask very odd questions. I mean, suppose you are asking that, sir, now what will be my promotion, or what will be my hierarchy through which I can promote so quickly, then it shows that you are a very greedy person. You are a very ambitious person, and remember, the company like the ambitious person, but company do not like the freshers to be so ambitious that after 1 year they are likely to join another competitor by taking training to your company. That is the point that the modern day software companies are asking you to submit a bond for 2 years, because they notice that people who are taking training from one software company are joining another company after 1 year. So in that case, what happens, the persons, those who are giving training, or the company, those who are giving training, they're at loss. So they put a 2 years bond for the safe side of the company. So that is why your question should be such, so that the company will be looking good, and you can say about your career planning, your career path in a polite manner. You can say that what would be the company's future plan, so that I will be like to know. It shows your learning ability, your learning interest, learning quotient, and the company will be very much impressed about it. Why it would be good fit, that I just explained your contribution, where you can fit to your company, that is there, and the practice answering the questions in a different way. People like the creative answers, people like the creative responses to a particular situations, etc. So you try to your level best. On the day of the interview, please, your time management is extremely important. You please arrive the venue before time, so that you feel comfortable. Never ever do the blunder of reaching on time. You should go to the spot much before, take the rest, have a comfortably cool glass of water, be acquainted about the environment, whatever going on, how people are coming, how people are going out, how the receptionist is behaving, how the company is putting its board, vision, mission statements. If possible, try to by heart the vision and mission statement of that company. Where you are sitting in the waiting room, there must be certain boards. You try to understand why the boards are hanging there, why the company is purposefully keeping the board there. That means you need to say. You are also not aware that the company may ask question about the board itself, because the company wants to test your curiosity, your inquisitiveness. I mean, how much curious you are, how much inquisitiveness you are having in your side. That is the learning attitude. That is the learning aptitude you are having. It the company may ask in questions. So wherever you are arriving, please arrive before 20 minutes, before 30 minutes. You please arrive. And also you must be well aware about the corporate life, the corporate locations, because the locations are usually crowded, the traffic is very jammed. So if you have sufficient time in your hand, so in case of emergency, you can meet it. So dress professionally, that is we understand, we train people how to dress up professionally, so that the person will take you positively. You are a professional man. So neatly dressed, we are not talking about dressing very branded shirts, but whatever you are attire you are wearing, it must be neatly pressed, and creases should not be there. You should be neatly combed. You should be, if possible, you should wear a tie, and blazer is expected from the management students in the corporate life. So that things you should be professionally dressed. It will give you a positive point. Then while you are facing the interview, you please introduce. You have a little bit practice. You should be at ease while introducing yourself, that I'm so and so. You just try to understand, is somebody who is sitting across you, he genuinely is interested in you. So how you will be showing them, what portions you will be highlighting about your advantages, your strengths, etc. You should keep it in your mind. So I suggest here that you should have a little bit practice that introduce yourself, because many people get shocked even if they are able to know, but what they do, the blunder, they by heart everything. Please don't do that. No need to by heart it. You just keep it in mind that what are the timeline, what are the education, what are the achievements, what are the accomplishments, what are the work experiences you are going to highlight like this. So smile and be natural and speak with confidence. That is the ultimate point. And I hope you people are very much confident. You people are very much well communicative. And if not, then you need a little bit more practice at home. You just communicate yourself in a mobile, record it, listen it, again go on recording and listen it, so that your speaking capacity, speaking ability can be increased. And reading is a must for all of you. If you are practicing for the interview, you try to have a habit of the reading. The more you read, the more vocabs can be developed. You can have more and more strong words, the substitute words. If you are missing a word and another word will be coming to your mouth, then that's the point that you can well say a sentence. If a sentence is not filled up by you, then you can switch over to another sentence. But that can only happen if you are having a strong vocabulary in your mind. And words, each word is having many substitute words. If you are having in the mind, then if you are forgetting certain sentences, then you can easily switch over to the next word, next sentences. So that maneuvering the sentences, that what we can, that manipulating the sentences can only be possible if you are having a strong English. So that is the point, and these things are all there. That is already shared with you. All these tips are there. And these things are don'ts, do nots. You please do not, ask about the parts of the job, because many companies do not appreciate it. Because either the pre-placement training, they already highlighted it, they have already discussed it, they have already revealed it, then you need not to ask about it. You should not be showing yourself as a greedy person. Okay, and you do not say that I have applied many jobs and you are one of them. You cannot say that tu nahi to koi aur sahi aur koi aur nahi to koi aur sahi. Nobody likes it. This is a mantra which I practice myself to get over the stress, to get over the tensions, whatever we are having in your mind. And I always advise you that you please do not stick to something, do not attach to something. If you are attached, then you will be getting stress if you are not getting it. So that's the point that we usually recite in our mind. If it is not there, then further. If further is not there, then further. But it is not to be told anybody. It is not to be sounding. It is not to be coming out from your mouth. So that is, you have to be taken care. So this we all discussing about, we are talking about that, how to face the interview. We discussed. So there are 3 pages before the attending the interview, some sort of homework, home task you have to do. While on the day of the interview, you have to do a lot of precautionary steps. So with this, we are going to the next slide, which is going to be the choosing the right person at the right positions. Okay, right job or right positions we are talking about. But this is a bit different. This is from the perspective of the interviewer. Till now, we were discussing about from the candidate's point of view, but right now we are talking about from the company point of view. I mean, suppose you are an interviewer, you are going to take the interview of certain candidates, certain subordinates of who are going to work under you, then what are the points that is coming to your mind and what you are actually searching in the candidates. So in that context, we are talking this. First, read the body language. As I already told you that you have to set your body language, you have to dress properly, you have to smile. These are all body languages. So simultaneously, the interviewers are also studying whether you are a willing person, whether you are a positive person through your body language only. When we talk about body language, we talk about postures, we talk about gestures, we talk about fidgets, we talk about haptics, we talk about kinesics. These are all taught in the module 2. I suppose you should not forget it. So these are all combined as the body language. If you have not watched the module 2 part 2 psychology and life in the same channel, please search it, please go through it, so that you can well understand what is the body language, where we discussed about the non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is directly linked to the body language, so that's quite important. The interviewer will be definitely observing what exactly your body language is showing, or what exactly your body language is indicating. So be careful about it. You have to lean a bit forward as if you are having interest in the interview. If you are relaxing like this, then you are not showing an interest. That shows that you are a very lazy person, you are a very pastime oriented person, you are not focused. Okay, so that's quite important. You must be maintain your body language, so that the interviewer, right now we are discussing from the interviewer point of view, so we are telling that you have to read the body language of the candidates who are coming for the interview. Second one, focus on the specific experiences and accomplishments. Of course, there is a job related. Whatever the person is having experiences, or whatever the person is having work experiences in particular, and accomplishments, rewards, awards, achievements, accreditations, etc., etc., then you have to see that how, and certificate programs also. That is quite important for the professionals, because we learn many things from the small capsule courses, from the small certification courses. So these are skill oriented, skill enhancement courses which people nowadays do, and they can highlight in the job. Your campus activity is also another very good, very interesting things which can be added. Suppose you are a club member, club leader, club commander, or class representative, or quality circle representative, that also you can highlight. That shows that your administrative ability, that shows your organizing ability. You can tell them, sir, I have done this. I have organized the product launch. I have completed the business plan competition in my campus. So that shows that the persons who are taking your interview, you will be understanding your administrative acumen, and how you are going to help the company, how the company is immensely benefited by your organizing ability. That can be well tested through these activities. So please, students, do not forget to highlight whatever activities you have conducted in your campus, which is very vital and which are relevant to the company, to relevant to the job. If you say that I'm singing, then it may not be relevant to the job. You can put that in your hobby space. Third point, evaluate their work ethic and attitude. Attitude is the number one. I always keep on telling you that positive attitude bearing is extremely important in the job interview. So the interviewer will be definitely asking you, testing you, that what is your attitude. Being an interviewer, which we are currently discussing, then you will be definitely asking the subordinates, potential subordinates, I mean to say that those candidates who are coming for interview, then we are asking them that what is your attitude, how you are feeling like this. You will be giving some situations, and you will be soliciting their opinion regarding this, how far they view the situations, how far they how far they interpret the situations. Suppose somebody will be asking you that India, Pakistan are talking, negotiating what to do. If you say that, sir, India is much more powerful, it should attack the Pakistan, that you are presenting yourself in a violent manner. You are presenting your parochial attitude. That means India is powerful and he should attack. That means whenever you are powerful, you should attack the weak people. That means you are not a team member. So try to understand the attitude and how to present in a positive manner, positive note to the interviewer. And learning, that lifelong learning, and I think every student is understanding the learning part of this. Somebody said, I think Henry Ford said one time that you will become old the day you stop learning. That means our age is not defined by the numbers. Our age, or if I'm saying that I'm becoming old, that defined by the learning ability. The day I lost the learning ability, I become old. People are interpreting their age like this. The moment till the moment you go on learning, you go on achieving the achievements, you are going to achieve the accomplishments, you are doing the learning activities, you are mingling with the society people to learn from them, then you are not old. People are having PhD in their 70s, people are getting married in the 70s, people do wonderful in the 80s. Recently, one newspaper also said that one octogenarian is, achieving one gold medal in the competitive, match. That means what? The people who are in 80s, who are 90s, they're also becoming sports persons in their life. So where is the stoppage of the learning? So you have to check whether the person is a man to learn, is learning. So people, those who are getting feedback, those who are observing you in the location, then you can get collective feedback how the person was reacting, and ask them about something they're passionate about it, what is your interest to do it, and give them a project or problem to solve. Usually the management students are asked to solve a case, business case. That is very important. As you know that business case are the problems for which a solution is needed, solution is solicited, then the problem or this complex situation, they will be given to you, and they are giving to you the data sheet, and they are asking you, or they're also giving you the problem statement, and they're asking you to solve. So that is the project or problem to solve. Pay attention to the questions they ask. And you that we just discussed the previous slide, that you be careful about your questions. Here people will be understanding what the questions you are asking them. So now we are coming to the the last part of this slide, that is the what is stress. I request everybody to see this as they read a bit what is the stress and how the stress is going to work in our life. That is quite important. Everybody, whether you are a student, whether you are a faculty member, whether you are a corporate trainer, whether you are a manager, whether you are a father, whether you are a mother, whether you are a local guardian, whether you are a MP, MLA, everybody is having stress at one point of time. Stress is the unconscious preparation of your body to fight or flee. There are two ways. Either you have to face or you have to escape. Okay, the person experiences when they face any demand. I mean, such a certain situation is the demanding you to act in a certain manner. If you are facing properly, then you are not having any stress. But if you are trying to escape from it, or you are trying to fight in a different manner, then you may be having some amount of stress. So there are four approaches to stress. One is a homeostatic or medical. You will be profusely sweating, or you will be profusely getting your heartbeat higher. You might be feeling a lot of butterflies are flying inside your stomach. Then we call it a homeostatic state. I mean, the occurs when an external demand upsets your individual's natural. I know that I have seen certain people in my life when before undergoing a long journey, they go to washrooms frequently. They go to washrooms frequently. I saw. Why? Because it is because many long journey, whether they are going by train or plane, that gives them the stress. Or before going to address the public speaking, we see many times in the people, those who are perfect in the classrooms, they also get sweating. It is the stress, it is the the tensions, and for which they have to go to washroom, they have to clean their mouths, they have to drink a lot of water. This is all one approach is there. Another is the cognitive appraisal. Individual differ in their appraisal of the situations that people are while interpreting that events of the people. What is stressful to one person is not. How you are approaching the stress, what is your cognitive state of mind tells you. And person environment fitness, conflicting your behavior is not appropriate. Suppose you are going to a function, conferences, and you are behaving in a friendly manner, extremely friendly manner, then you are not a person environment fit. So it is, good person environment fit occurs when one's skill and abilities match to a clearly defined. I mean, suppose you are in an official meeting or official get together, you will be talk official, you will talk officially. And if you are in a social event, you will be talking socially. So, but sometimes what happens, even in my case also, I noticed many times, if I go to a social gathering, I talk official. Suppose I meet a student in a party or in a function, then I can remind the student that you have not submitted the assignments to me. The students many times rebuffed, many times retaliated, sir, what does it mean? You are in a party, you are in a function, you are in a marriage function, you are asking me about the assignments. Then I realized my mistake. Oh, no, sorry. But I just thought that I was checking your marks today. So I thought your marks are not entered. So I just wanted to remind. But the point is that this is not a fitness. So if you are not feeling comfortable with that event, then you are not 100% in that event. So your all sort of nonsense things, mismatching things will come there. Though another thing is the psychoanalytic thing, that is the stress discrepancy between idealized self and the real self image. I mean, in a Hindi, there is a kahavat that ek chehre pe hazare chehre laga lete hain log. I mean, many times what happens that we are putting a mask on our face to try to hide our real image. That keeps us many times stress. Many times stress. You trust me, you please try to trust me. Many times suppose there is a gathering and people are laughing out, but we could not understand what for they're laughing, but we try to forcibly ourselves laughing, then we are giving a pain at your back head. We are hypothalamus is there, we are getting a pain in this. Okay, so why? Because we are forcing ourselves to behave in a particular manner which we are not actually 100% they are involved. So that is stress. Now we have already discussed different approaches of the stress or why the stress is happening in us. Now we are talking about how to overcome it. This is quite important, and the stress response is quite important. We must be understanding that how the response is going on and how should it be, how the person should be behaving, that a release of chemical messengers, we are responding it, activation of sympathetic, nervous and endocrine systems. So, what happens in this preparation, your body releases many, signals to your, body and brain muscle groups. Okay, it increases alertness to improve vision. You are highlighting your making your eyes are protruding, you are expanding your eyes, you are trying to scratch your head like this, you try to understand it. So these are all preparations. So we are talking about the sources of stress. From where we are getting stress? These are well documented nowadays, but earlier people were not understanding that what for I am getting stress. But now these are all documented and we can easily understand what happens to us. So first one category, we understand the task demands. Where we are working in the company, what are the tasks we are doing it, that may give us stress. Change. Suppose you are an engineer, your task is cut short, you are giving a management profile, then it's a change. So in that change, in the context of change, you may not cope up with the job. That gives a stress. Suppose you are starting your business now, earlier you were a manager and now you are becoming an entrepreneur. So this entrepreneurship is not a cup of tea of everybody. Even being a manager, you are seasoned to how to handle the responsibility in a confined manner, confined campus. But in an entrepreneur is, you are leveraging your skills, your abilities to expanding like anything. So it's quite difficult. When the stress will be definitely bound to appear. And if you cannot handle this, then you will be having a lot of body problems, lot of metabolism related problems. You may get asthma, you may get bronchitis, you may get rashness, skin rashness, you may get a headache, you may get migraine, you may get insomnia, you may get indigestion problems, you may get a whatnot apart from your stroke and apart from your hypertensions. So these are actually, we are talking task related, that is a change of task, lack of control, you are not able to control your subordinates. Okay, and career progress, you are not getting proper promotions, achievements, and new technologies coming in, new softwares are coming in, you are not able to understand, you are not able to learn, but your client is demanding that and you are not able to deliver. Another one is the temporal pressure, is the materialistic pressure. Your colleague purchased a car, your colleague purchased a house, your colleague purchased a bracelet to wear. Lot of things you are seeing it, you are not able to do it. So definitely these things are going to give you stress from the work point of view. From the interpersonal demands, you can see that emotional toxins are there. People are in the company where you are working, they are passing comments. They are passing comments. They are saying that, hello lizard, hello cockroach, hello Mr. Cockroach, hello Miss Lizard, how are you? Hello frogs, how are you? Then how do you feel this? So these are toxins. Sexual harassment is there, sexual advancements is there, your boss, your authority is seeking sexual pleasure from you, touching your body parts, and talking to you in a vulgar manner, and expecting your presence to in certain situation where you are not expected, like passing verbal salvos, or passing verbal comments which are having dual meaning, which are having multiple meanings, then you are not liking it. These are all coming category of your sexual harassment case. And poor leadership, you imagine that the person who is guiding you is not a fit person. Many times that happens in the corporate, whom you do not like, they are becoming our boss. So in that case, what happens? Stress will definitely come, because their style of operation, their style of working is not at all, matching to your style of working, your style of preferences. So in that case, what happens? You will be definitely liable to get stress. So in that case, what happens? You will not be concentrating completely on the work, and your productivity is going to be hampered, and you may be having, your diseases, minor diseases, psychological problems in your mind, physiological problems in your body, you may have it. So that is there. And other things are that role demands, what the role you are doing, role conflict, inter-role, intra-role is there, person role ambiguity is there. That means a same role, two persons are assigned, then somebody is saying that it is mine, another is saying it is mine, then the role ambiguity will come, the conflict will come, the people will try to supersede one another in the company. Then in that case, the stress is bound to happen. Another is the physical demands, the extreme environments, extremely workload is very high. You have to work till 9 p.m. to every day. That is also, and strenuous activities, a lot of physical activities are involved. Hazardous substances are there, toxins are there, pollutants are there, poisonous gas are being leaked. So you are all having a stress. And global travel also, people are having stress. Suppose you are in a marketing demand, then you have to travel extensively. If you are working in MNC in the marketing head, so you have to travel different branches across the different countries. And in the different countries, you will be coming across different cultures, different practices. So those will be definitely liable to give you stress. Non-work demands, I mean, from the social front, some the family front, you will be also getting stress. Family expectations are there. Suppose you did MBA, by you are spending your a lot of money on that, you are getting engineering, a lot of lakhs of rupees you are spending, the family is expecting that you will be doing good, you will be getting a good job. Then what happens? Your expectation will give you more stress. Many people we have seen in the campuses, they are having financial problems, they are riddling with this such demanding situations where they are not able to cope up. People in the campus also, they commit suicide, they cause harm to them, cutting their hands by blades, they're harming others as well. They pass very filthy remarks about others, colleagues, students, friends, teachers. Lot of things are the symptoms of your stress. Parental care, we can, suppose we are in Bangalore now, we know many working couples are there. If they're having baby, there are major stress coming, that with whom the baby will be there in the whole day. When we are in the company, we are working in the company, they are searching for babysitters, but they are not comfortable with the babysitters hygiene, they are not comfortable with the babysitters manners, they are not trusting the babysitters much. So like this, all these things are parental care. Personal demands are workaholism, civic and volunteer work, and traumatic events. Maybe having accidents in front of you, you are having stress. There is a conflict between two neighbors, then you are having stress. Suppose there is a conflict between Russia and Ukraine, don't you feel that Indians are also having stress? Indian stock markets are getting affected, Chinese stock markets are getting affected. Although we are not directly involved in that war, but it is happening. It is very normal that your neighbors, whatever they are doing it, that is going to affect your life, and you are getting affected by their activities. So that's the point that we also talk about traumatic events. What you are, even if you are not directly connected, you are indirectly connected, still you will be having a stress out of it. We talk individual differences of people are different, and some people are very bellicose, and some people are very few fragile. We can say bellicose, you can say fragile, you can say very weak in handling any situations. They cry, they fry, they cry, they fury. All these things are coming to their mind, if they are not able to handle this. And the gender effects are there. We always notice that the women are weaker in the society, although this is a stereotype statement. If many people not be agreed to this, but we feel, the parents feel, that's why they give all these outward activities to their boys, to their son, rather than to their girls or the daughters. So type A behavior, you must be well acquainted about the two types we already identified by the management people, that is the type A and type B. Type A people who are very competitive, very urgent to the time, social status, insecurity, or they are aggressive, hostile, and achievements. These people are liable to get stressed more. They will be having definitely the skin rashness. They are having definitely the indigestive problems, bowel disorders. They will be having insomnia. They will be having hypertension. They will be having strokes. They may be having. So these things all are coming. Including your asthma, bronchitis, which I already highlighted, that these are coming always the type A. Type B people are very cool, complacent, calm, composed. So a lot of diseases, they can easily avoid it. Now we are talking about how to prevent. So in the preventive, there are three categories are there. One is the primary prevention, which are designed to reduce, modify, or eliminate the demand of the stressor. I mean, which is giving you the stress. Suppose your workload is giving stress, the organization may reduce the workload. Another one is the modify the response to the stressor. I mean, suppose you are not able to face it, then the organization may conduct a picnic, or conduct a get together, or conduct a yoga camp, or a meditation camp, or a management guru they may call, so that you can face the demand. And designed to heal the symptoms of the skin. Even if you are having the symptoms, you are having the problem, they can conduct they can call a doctor on campus, so that your disease can be reduced. So these are the same thing we discussed. And organizational stress preventions, there are certain things which can discuss that. Job redesign. If your employees, if your subordinates are having stress, then you can redesign their job, which job they like it. You can do the consultation with the employees. Then you can allocate the task for them, so that they can be feeling comfortable for this job. You can goal setting by MBO style, I mean management by objective, what the Peter Drucker has given to us. That means you will be mutually discussing with your employees and employers. And by discussing across the table, also you can set the goal which will be compatible, comfortable to the employee as well as the employer. And the role negotiation will be there, which role a person wants to see him. Social support will be there, that we call about it. This is a job strain model. You can have a look at this. There are some passive jobs, there are some active jobs, and if the active job, the workload is high and your self-determination is high, then it will be an active job. And if it is a low, then you will be having high tension on this. Your self-motivation, self-determination, self-coping is low, but workload is high, then your stress will be going high and high. Okay, so this is, you have to keep it in mind, that there is a tip to the youngsters, tip to the young managers. You have to learn how to cope up with the stress. Stress is bound to occur in our life, in our working life, in our social life. The more you try to avoid facing the stress, the more you will be getting stressed. Okay, so that is why we have to learn, we have to have a good coping mechanisms with us, so that we can face it. We cannot completely rule out the stress in our life. Even if we are having a role in that, or do not have a role in that, we will be definitely having a stress in that. So that is the point. I always, I have a mantra which I can share you, that happiness, in search of happiness. We always search, we are going searching the happiness in our life, but happiness is like a butterfly. Happiness is like a butterfly. I keep it in my mantra, that happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, it will fly away from you. The moment you take away your attention from this and concentrate on your works, the same butterfly will fly back to you and sit softly on your shoulder. So happiness is like this. The more you chase the happiness, the more happiness will go away. You forget the happiness, you just concentrate on your works. One day you see that you will be getting ultimate happy. So that's the point that we discussed. The stress is like that. You have to have a coping mechanism with the ready. So these are the coping mechanisms which can be highlighted here: social support at work and at house or at home. You can see that the social support. Okay, individual must be having some organizational support, from family support and from church or religious support, from club activity support and from professional support. If you do not have the support, then you will be getting more and more stress. That's why we are having our families. The more we are, the moment we are coming away from the home, coming out from the home, from the work, then we see our son and daughters are playing, we are playing with our pets, then we are getting relaxed. Individual preventive stress management also there. We are thinking positive, optimistic has to be there. It's a very primary. And then we are getting the physical exercises, any sports, singing, music, hobby, etc. Then opening up. You have to open up with a doctor, with your friend, to tell them that what is going inside your mind. So primary, secondary, tertiary. Primary, that means that when we are getting the stressor or the kicks, for which the triggers we are talking about, the for which we are getting the stress, then we are trying to eliminate, reduce that. We cannot eliminate completely because this is a auto origin. So we can reduce a bit by our own thinking, by our own choosing habits, by our own positive thinking, optimistics, like this. And the secondary prevention is that by physical exercises, we can develop our coping mechanisms, we can develop ourselves, we can nurture ourselves, we can groom ourselves to handle the stress like anything. And if at all this is stress is not controlled, then we have to open up with the doctor. And this is because the managers, you are going to have the responsibility of the managers in a certain company, certain corporate, then you must be witnessing that your subordinates are having stress. And remember that by giving more stress, you cannot expect more productivity from your subordinates. You have to cool them, relax them, and feel them that they are at ease. They are at their home, so their productivity will be maximum. They will be, tempted to come to your college, come to your institute, come to your company, come to your corporate, and spend more time in this. So that is why many software companies are providing a lot of facilities, like your recreational facilities, like your leisure lounge, like your TV, like your even we got to know, I am not naming the company, they are having a small mini bar inside the company, they are having a smoking zone in the company, because the people may relax a bit, they can come back to the work and they can concentrate with their work, they can feel they're at their home. So these things are also happening. So you have to learn how to create a healthy stress without distress. Help employees adjust to the new technologies and be sensitive and be aware the gender, personality, behavioral differences. We are using the principles. So these things the managers can concentrate. They are supposed to when do their workplace, a lively, charming workplace where they can they can expect that their persons or their subordinates, they are, the colleagues can feel at ease while working it. They love the workplace. They can give their more productivity to there. So with this, dear friends, dear students, I have completed your entire syllabus. So whatever is coming in the Bangalore University syllabus, that is a psychology and life. I request you, I inform you to please see the module 1, the part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 to understand the psychology and life at full. And I hope that this video will help you to understand the details about this, and it will prepare you. And everything has been uploaded in my channel, my Academy account, so that I request you to download it and prepare it and do your level best. So with this, I give you some tips that you please prepare some of your coping mechanisms, and you have the good friends in your life, so that with whom you can share and you can discuss, so that your amount of the stress can be reduced and you can do better in your life. You can show your higher productivity in your life, and you can well succeed in your life. So with this, I stop it here. Thank you for watching my channel. And, if you like this, my video and my presentations, my talkings to you, then please subscribe to this channel. Please give a like, at least so you can like this channel, and you can share with your friends. You can tell them that they will see this channel. And along with this psychology and the life, I also put a lot of videos in the organizational behavior, which I'm taking and which I feel that I have a knowledge to share with my followers. So I'm gradually uploading the organizational behavior sites and the channels. So through this, we can interpret, we can discuss, we can, share our viewpoints among us. And with this, with all the best for your life, for your examination, I stop my sharing it here. Thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. And, thank you from Dr. Ratnakar Misra from Bangalore University, NSP Academy. And, thanks for all of you for watching it. Goodbye.